We have so many things to do, but it always seems like we are short of time. And this might be true if we try to do everything that we want to do, but that is just unrealistic. And still, there are some things that we must do, things that we cannot let go of, or things that help us to go where we want to go. And somehow we have to find ways to accomplish all those tasks, and if possible, without feeling anxious or without feeling stressed. So in this video, I'll share some of the things that help me to do just that. So time management for when you are feeling short on time. First of all, we have to understand and accept that we just cannot do everything. There are only so many hours in a day and we cannot create more of them. Besides that, we all have unavoidable obligations and they often take way more time than we actually realize. So by adjusting our expectations and accepting that we just cannot do it all, that is the first step we need to take and we really need to understand. If we understand that we have only a limited amount of time, we should make the most of the time that we do have. And by recognizing this, should make it clear, wasting time is absolutely a loss and a waste again of your time. Because no one knows how much time they truly have or they truly have left. And the first step is to identify activities that don't add any value. And then if you've done that, cut them out completely. Just stop doing them. Because you need to know what those activities are so that when they come up, you can say no. You just can stop doing it. After identifying what is not important, the next step is of course identifying or clarifying what truly matters, so the things that are important. And deep down inside, we know what is important, but those tasks are just not that fun to do. And that's why we tend to avoid them and or procrastinate. When the biggest reason important tasks aren't completed is because they are challenging. And that's why we often delay these and we choose easier and by that less important tasks. So this often is why we feel like we don't have enough time. We must prioritize the difficult but important tasks first. Because if those are not completed, this affects your overall sense of accomplishment, and which is leading you to think that there is never enough time. But by realistically accessing your daily plan, you will often find that you did have more time than you thought you had. But you choose to spend it on things that didn't move you forward, that didn't move the needle, or that didn't make any sense to do by looking back at it now. So after identifying what is not important and what is important, the key is of course to actually get those important things done. And one of the biggest obstacles, at least for me, are distractions. Because there's always something more appealing to do, there's always something more fun to do, but we have to minimize them, and we can eliminate those distractions by either removing them from your space or removing yourself from the space, so going to another place to work. And if you really want to be more productive, if you really want to do more or get more done, the choice is yours. You either do it or you don't do it. But doing all those things is impossible to implement at once. I myself have tried different strategies to find what works for me. And by consistently doing goal-focused activities, so activities that help me to move forward, to go where I want to go, it just made it easier for me over time. And there are no shortcuts. You just have to try it for yourself. Keep trying repeatedly. Don't give up. Try many different things. And if you can push yourself consistently, eventually I can guarantee you it will become a second nature. Of course, not all days are the same, and I understand that everyone's life is different. And I also want to do many different things that sometimes I just don't know what the right thing to do is. But these models at least help me to get a lot more things done and feel more accomplished at the end of the day. So if you want to make a change, you will have to do it yourself. And we all hope that it comes easy, but in reality, it never does. So I hope that you've gained something from this video. And if you have any additions, comments or questions, feel free to send me a message. And thank you very much for watching.